regarding the Lord, increasing the sensitivity in our heart with a love and devotion for the Lord, thus giving a beautiful turn to our life from extremely falling down worldly level to the rising up a spiritual level. It is a long, long, long journey and process. Every day, every time, there are frightenings, threatenings, temptations, and so many obstacles, gross, subtle, seen, unseen, observable, non observable, to distract us from the path. And these distractions can come in our life in any form, in any enchanting, beautiful form, including so what type of attitudes. I am a human being, I am given all these faculties. Why not enjoy the world? Why not live life like this only? What's wrong in that? And some questions asked by those who go away from Adhyatmika sadhana cannot be answered. So this is how many known, unknown, answerable, non-answerable, variety of doubts or questions or frightenings, threatenings, so many come, because of which every moment, every day, there is a chance for us to get derailed, and we get derailed also. Again, when that faith is restored for some reason, again we come onto the path. But fortunately, the faith doesn't go away completely for people like you and me. But unfortunately, it goes as frequently as possible, because of which we delay our progress. We break our continuity or consistency. Therefore, with that relentless faith in the spiritual path, expressed through the committed sadhanas like this one of daily exposing our mind intellect to Bhagavat Katha, Bhagavat Leela, Bhagavat Mahima, Bhagavat Krupa, Bhagavat Bhakti, Bhagavat Lakshana, as well as Bhagavat Tattva Jnanam. When we just go on being in this way, so that information, that knowledge starts becoming more stronger in us. So let us this way congratulate ourselves for being so consistent, and also appreciate and also remind that this is not fully sufficient. Anything little more which is needed and which we can do, we have to add to it. And what we can add is spending little more qualitative time in our own swadhyaya, and then whatever required sadhana of quietening mind, turning the mind towards divinity of the class. If we cannot do in the class itself, every day's our effort in sadhana, if it can enhance our quality of this satsang, that itself can be a good practice, good sadhana. May the Lord, may the Guru Parampara bless each and every one of us in this way, to intensify our faiths, our abilities to pursue this liberating spiritual path more consistently, beautifully. Like every day, today too, we'll have our Bhagavatam, Dashamaskandham, Dvadashaskandham, then Adhyatma Ramayanam, Kishkindha Kandam, Ditya Sargaha, followed by our Khadgamala Parayanam today. Let us pray to God and start from the first Omkara onwards as much as possible. We, as if what, really losing our identity, all of personalities awareness, engrossingly participate in this whole thing. Om. 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवयं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादि ऋषिभ्यो त्रयादृषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादि भक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो मत्स्यादेवतारेभ्यो दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेयाय ग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः। आद्य शंकराचार्य आदि गुरुभ्यो नमः। माता पितृ देवताभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। सर्वेषां तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध सिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणे इतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं तत्कृत समस्त सेवक साधक भक्तानां समस्त शक्तीनां प्राप्ति द्वारा संपदानां प्राप्ति द्वारा विघ्नशत्रु निर्मूलन निवारण द्वारा नित्य निरंतर धर्म संस्थापन कार्य दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थं च श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य दशमस्कन्धस्य द्वादशस्कन्धस्यापि पारायणम् अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। तत्र आदौ दशमस्कन्धः। Friends, having that way remembered all Rishimuni Gurus, having done Sankalpa, now the 10th Skandham. Here we are seeing Sri Krishna, Bhagavan, Balarama, Uddhava coming to AKRURAji's house. How wonderfully AKRURAji has done. Extended his gratitudes, did the stuti prayer of the Lord as Nirguna Nirakara Brahma, as Ishvara, as Saguna Avatara, as the Karunamaya, Dayamaya, and giver of everything, etc. etc. In that one shloka we have seen who is the intelligent one who, leaving the Lord, goes somewhere for help or Sharanagati. Because the Bhagavan is ki Bhakta Priya, Rutagiraha, Suhruda, Krutagna, Sarvan Avikaman Dadati, and finally Atmanamapi Dadati. And in his capacities, in his love, in his attitude, there will never be reduction in whatever the stage of mind we are there till the last moment. If this moment, if with faith we devote to him, surrender to him, forgiving, forgetting all, he blesses us. He is not an ego like human beings who remember the past bad, therefore doesn't respond in the present good. That's what in Gita the apichet suduracharaha, apichet sushtu dushta acharaha. Even though sushtu dushta achara, he is till now. But bhajate mamananya bhak, he starts doing the bhajana of me, sadhureva samantavyaha. He is just on the path to become sadhu by his grace. Then samyak vyavasitaha, his decision is good. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma, he will get out of all dharma papa and come into dharma and punya lifestyle. Then shashvat shantim nigachati. Not only you will get whatever is good things for you, which make him comfortable, but the shashvat shanti means shashvat shanti means Bhagavad darshana jnana anubhuti also comes to him. Therefore, he Kaunteya pratijanihi, know for certain and tell everyone that Name Bhakta Pranashyati, my devotee will never perish. So in Gita also, fourth chapter also, Apichedasi papebhyaha sarvebhyaha papakruttamaha. Papebhyaha sarvebhyaha papakruttamaha. See that wordings. He is of all type of worstness, etc. Still jnana plavenaiva vrujinam santarishyasi. With Bhagavad Anugraha, Bhagavad Bhakti, Bhagavad Jnana, he will cross that samsara. Hmm? Mhm. That is how what we are quoting from Gita is to substantiate what AKRURA said here, that Bhagavan is the one who gives and forgives. You understand? Everything he'll forgive, everything we want, Sarvan Kaman Dasyati. Finally, he gives himself also. So, leaving such a Lord, how can we worship any demigods? Those who don't have their own abilities, powers, they only borrow here and there and don't have that ability capacity to fulfill what we need, and also don't have the intentional pure love for us. You understand? Any other human being, any other Shaktis, etc., cannot love us as the Lord loves us, cannot give us what we want as the God gives, cannot have energy, strength to protect us whenever we are in trouble as the Lord protects us. Therefore, all our Vyavaharik prema, Vyavaharik dependency, parasparam, let it go on. But that should not be at the cost of our pure single pointed final point of surrender to the Lord. This much, if we can learn and add in our life, we are helping ourselves. And again, exactly the problem is same as we are discussing in our morning Taittiriya Upanishad, that Bhagavan is not there in Vyavahara, Vyavahara Atita hai, therefore there is always Astiva Nastiva Samshayaha. Here also, Bhagavan doesn't come to us whenever we call. Never है या नहीं है ऐसा संशय हमको होता है. He doesn't come when we call. He need not come, but he gives whatever we want. That faith we must have. So he will send what we need or what through someone or the other. Why such a bulkiness of all Puranas? Is not it only to create faith in us through all the stories of all those devotees, that when the Lord with faith is praised or requested for after Upasana, he will respond to us. He need not physically appear in front of us. And then anybody great like God or Guru, the more physically they appear in front of us, we lose our respect, reverence, and faith in them. Then we only again the losers, because we don't get the blessings from them. Therefore, Bhagavan deliberately hides himself. That's how in the earlier time the parents, grandparents used to keep the children in a proper distance so that they are properly trained and disciplined. Nowadays, सर पे बिठाते हैं बच्चों को, देखो इतने बिगड़ जाते हैं वो, they never listen to anything and they definitely do opposite of what we say. In childhood, we never dare to stand in front of father. नहीं, बैठना तो हो ही नहीं सकता, कभी जिंदगी में बैठे ना अपने पिताजी के सामने, खड़े होना है बस. You understand? Any point of help or respect or reverence, if we frequent that reverence, respect goes away. For this reason also, just like that Bhagavan frequently doesn't appear in front of us, even though he is capable of. We should recognize it. We should be like Prahlada, full faith in God, never demanded Lord to appear in front. It is only when his father asked, is he there in the Kamba? He said, for the sake of his father, why not he is there? And see, Bhaktasya Vachanam Rutam Kartum. That sentence in Bhagavad 7th Skandha is so beautiful to make his Bhakta Prahlada's words true. From that Kamba, that pillar also, which is Jada actually, Bhagavan expressed. So we have to relate all these things. So here we are trying to feel more and more to the words of Akruraji about being the Sharanagata to the Lord who can take care of us in all aspects. So what is the sloka? Kaha panditaha tat aparam sharanam samiyat. O Lord, who can be a pandita? Who other than you, anybody else is Sharanagati, he goes. He should not, if he is a pandita. If he is a pandita, he should surrender to you only. Because you are Bhakta Priya, Rutagira, Suhruda, Rutagna, Sarvan Abhikaman Dadati, then Atmanam Api Dadati. And then there is no Upachaya Apachayo. There is no lessening of your abilities, love in blessing the bhaktas for any reason. It's always in the full brim level. Such beautiful way we were seeing Sri Akrurji doing the praise of the Lord. In the last sloka, his last praise sloka, he has prayed to the Lord to cut asunder all the psychological bondages because of which the mind is again and again pulled away from the divine. So that to this Lord fully he can surrender, as it is said in the earlier sloka, again not to ask from anything, but only to give that ultimate mukti through bhakti and jnana. To this, what Bhagavan replied, that is what we will chant today and see. Therefore, 26th onwards, let us do a Parayanam. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Mahapuranam Dashamaskandha Purvardha Shri Sukauvacha Kah Panditastadaparam Sharanam Samiyat Bhakta Priyadrutagiraha Suhruda Krutagnat Sarvan Dadati Suhrudo Bhajato Bhikamano Atmanamapyupachaya Pachayau Dishtya Janardana Bhavani Hanaf Pratitah योगेश्वरैः दुरापगते सुरेशैः योगेश्वरैरविदुरापगताः गीर्भिः सम्मोहयन्निव श्रीभगवानुवाच त्वं नो गुरुः पितृव्यश्च श्लाघ्यो बन्धुश्च नित्यदा वयं तु रक्ष्याः पोष्याश्च अनुकम्प्याः प्रजाहिवः भवद्विधा महाभागा निषेव्या अर्हसत्तमाः श्रेयस्कामैर्नृभिर्नित्यं देवाः स्वार्थाः न साधवः न ह्यं मया नितीर्थानि न देवामृतशिलामयाः ते पुनन्ति उरुकालेन दर्शनात् एव साधवः स भवान् सुहृदां वै नः श्रेयान् श्रेयश्चिकीर्षया जिज्ञासार्थं पाण्डवानां गच्छस्वत्वं गजाह्वयम् पितर्युपरते बालाः सहमात्रा सुदुःखिताः आनीताः स्वपुरं राज्ञाः स्वसन्त इति शुश्रुमा तेषु राजाम्बिकापुत्रः भ्रातृपुत्रेषु दीनधीः समो न वर्तते नूनं दुष्पुत्रवशगोन्धदृक गच्छ जानीहि तद्वृत्तम् अधुना साध्वसाधु वा विज्ञाय तद्विधास्यामः यथाशं सुहृदां भवेत् इति अक्रूरं समादिश्य भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः सङ्कर्षणोद्धवाभ्यां वै ततः स्वभवनं ययौ इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां दशमस्कन्धे पूर्वार्धे अक्रूरकृत श्री भगवत्कृष्ण परमात्मनः स्तुति प्रार्थना नाम अष्टचत्वारिंशोऽध्यायः। ओम शांति शांति शांति. So in this shloka 26 we saw, other than to Lord we should not go in sharanagati to anybody else, basically primarily God. In the vyavahara, because of that lena dena, that type of discussion talks we may have, like the wife at home needs money for groceries, so she can ask the husband, nothing wrong. Husband also, you need lunch, breakfast, straight away he cannot call Krishna, Krishna nashta banao mere liye. In vyavahara he should ask her only, but heart in heart he must have everything focused, depending on, prayed to, having faith in only Paramatma. Already in one of the classes, very exhaustively studied what are the 6 lakshanas of Sharanagati. Do you remember that? That whole shloka, I'm not remembering now. Anukulasya, Anukulyasya pravartanam, doing everything anukula to the Lord, to that sadhana bhakti by which our devotion to the Lord grows in our heart. This is the first one, anukulasya pravartanam. Okay, so in that kama, studying Bhagavatadi Purana, talking to Sant Mahatmas, thinking in terms in which the devotion grows in us. So it is called anukulasya pravartanam. Second is pratikulasya varjanam. Anything which is pratikula to the faith in Lord, devotion to the Lord, we should give up completely. That pratikula things are again dussangaha, or whenever we are in trouble, thinking negative about Lord, ki Lord is not at all helping me, he is not at all there. That type of pratikula vishayas we have to give up. So anukulasya rakshanam, pratikulasya varjanam, Third one is Rakshishyati iti Vishwasaha. That full strong faith that he will do my Rakshana. Here Rakshana includes all the three Rakshanas. One Rakshana is from all the troubles, problems, difficulties he does. Second Rakshana is giving us the required things, Palana, Poshana, Pirinana, Lalana. And third Rakshana is from the Avidya, Ajnana, Adi, Bandhana, Karana. ये तीनों से हमको रक्षण चाहिए. Like you protect the child from the with rakshana from any diseases. You do the rakshana also by giving the food. You do the rakshana to him by giving the education, good habits, etc. All are rakshana only. So rakshishyati from the downfalls, problems. Rakshishyati by giving whatever is needed, required time to time. Finally, rakshati from entering into samsara by giving us the jnanam ityadi. So anukulasya rakshanam, pratikulasya varjanam, then rakshishyati iti vishwasaha. Then the two beautiful things are there. The last one is called as Goptrutva Varanam, means anything you have in your heart, you must totally tell him without hiding. Then Atma Nikshepa and Karpanye. Atma Nikshepa is the fourth one, where we have totally have put ourselves at his feet, all our personality layers. The fifth one is Karpanye. Express that Dina Bhava, Kripanada Bhava, in which we say, heart on, from the heart only, other than you, who can protect me? Anyatha Sharanam Nasti, Tameva Sharanam Mama, Tasmat Karunya Bhavena, Raksha Raksha Janardana. See, this mantra every day at the end of the puja, as a part of the puja, is chanted. In that, this word has come. Tasmat Karunya Bhavena Raksha Raksha Janardana. So, from our side, we express our Karunyata, helplessness. And from his side, we say, who else is there other than you who can protect me in this from this problem? That type of total thing. Atma Nikshepa bhi karna hai, then the Karpanyata bhi express karna hai. Like in Adi Shankara's beautiful texts of Shivananda Lahari, or in the Mukunda Malas, in Bhagavata, other Purana, 100 times it comes up. Again, Shivananda says, Madanya ko dinaha, tadanya dinavana kaha. Who is there more dinati dina than me? And who else is there than you, who is the protector of the dina? So too in your what is Devi Aparada Kshamapana Stotram also, he says, Kuputro Jayeta Kwachidabi Kumata Bhavati, ऐसा कहते कहते towards he says कि to I think same words he says, there's nobody other than me who goes in wrong track again and again. Oh mother, who else is there other than you again to protect me? So this is called as the Karpanya. Then Goptrutva Varanam means what? Never ever hide anything from the point of Sharanagati, that is the Lord. Put in front of him. In that Goptrutva Varanam, we say we are in the ignorance, we are in difficulties, we have done these sins, etc. We are afraid of this or that. In that way, Goptrutva means hiding. Goptrutva Varna means hide anything or many things from many people, but not from the Lord. Now we give that famous example in this regard of Hanumanji, though we have not seen that version in Adhyatma Ramayana or even Valmiki. It may be in Sundar Tulsi Ramayana, I have not studied that portion that way, or maybe somewhere else, wherein Sri Ramji also asks, who are you, ho Panditji? When Hanuman comes in the Brahmana Vatu Esha. Hanumanji cries and says, I am in ignorance. I could not recognize you. Therefore I asked you, who are you? You are my Swami, you are Sarvantaryami, you are Sarvajna. How did you ask me, who are you? You should know me, O Lord. Then Lord says, yeah, if you had come in your original form, I would have recognized you. But you concealed yourself and came in different form. So just to oblige you, I said, who are you? So स्वरूप में आ जाते हैं तो मैं आपको पहचान लेता, आप ही दूसरे रूप में आए. That is called as hiding from the Lord. and a Goptrutva Varanam. How can we be hiding from the Lord? You cannot, we should not. So, Anukulasya Rakshanam, Pratikulasya Varjanam, Rakshishyati iti Vishwasaha, then Atmanikshepa Karpanye, Goptrutva Varanam Dadha, Etat Shadvidha Lakshanas of the Sharanagati. Because the word came here, ka panditaha tad aparam sharanam samiyat. Other than you, to anybody's sharanagati, how a pandit can go. So this is a context. Therefore, what is sharanagati? Little higher than bhakti. Bhakti is a one point of emotion. In sharanagati, including bhakti, all the other salient points come. So, contemplating on these six things, when we develop sharanagati in a hymn, we can relax. It will take care of our life. In Sharanagati, one more thing is what? I have surrendered to him. There is no fear. Mero to Giridhar Gopal, dusro no koi. Same time, I have surrendered to him. Kai ko gabarata hai he mana. There is nothing to be worried. These things come in Shivananda Lahari, Saundar Lahari, so many places. Now I have no worry or fear because my Lord is there for me. I am at his feet. A very good topic, is it not? Now, these things becoming deeper in our understanding, becoming deeper in our practices, becoming deeper in our anubhuti experiences is called as spiritual evolution, spiritual sadhana. Along with listening, these things we have to mind mindfully. Try to imbibe practice. Done? Now, the last sloka of AKRURA is what? Dishtya janardhana bhavaniha na pratitaha yogeshwarairavi durabhagati sureshwahi. Even the Yogeshwaras and Sureshas also, when they maro chakkar around you in temples, in variety of your abodes of stay, including the Vaikunta Adi, you never give them permission or appointment. Durava, after testing them in so many ways, when you are ascertained inside you that they deserve that you come. But in this case of mine, without my needing to go anywhere, you only came to my house. What a fortune it is. देखो, लाइक उन दिनों में शास्त्र अध्ययन के लिए कहाँ कहाँ भटकते हुए जाना पड़ता था. अब तो घर बैठे बैठे आपको ऑनलाइन में मिल रहा है. That is why the secret is this. It's not that the classes are available for us or not, or the guru is available for us or not, or the Lord is available for us not, or Shastra is available or not. They are always available. The big bang question is, are we available for them? Generally, we are busy. Is it not? We are not available for them so that they can take care of us. That's the funniest thing in Kali Yuga. They are available, but we are not available. मजा आता है बात. So then you yourself came to me to give darshana. So na pratnaha means हमारे लिए pratitaha means you gave darshan, you have appeared. Who is difficult for Yogeshwara and Sureshwara also. Sureshaihi. Then therefore, whenever the Lord comes, he will give without giving something, he will not go. So to whenever we go to the temples, take the Naivedyam Pushpa Ityadi. So to don't come back without praying to Lord for something. Don't become a bole baba. As you know, मैं तो पूजा करने आता हूँ, मैं कुछ नहीं मांगूंगा. इसे वे को मांगा कुछ नहीं तो दूंगा भी नहीं. Don't act smart as if you are a Brahmagnani that you got everything. You don't ask. Again, same thing. Go to the temple, do puja. Don't ask anything to the Lord and come back and beg every useless fellow in the world. Ye de do, wo de do. See this type of very silly murkha, ahankara, and all these immaturities. We have to rise above in life. Without asking from the Lord what you need or want, don't come out of temple. वो है बेटे उधर देने को. And don't suddenly say universal goodness, universal shanti. चेहरा देख अपना आईने में. पहले अपने लिए मांगो. Thereafter you must ask for everyone. Is it not? The things asked are, first ask for health. Second, ask for wealth and longevity. Third, ask for your own professional stability, security, etc. Then ask for your own personal spiritual evolution. Then you ask for your own family members. Then you ask for your friends and relatives. Then you ask for all humanity. Then you ask for all living beings in the world. Then you ask for the spirituality of everyone, Sanatana Dharma of everyone. In this way, these 7 things we have to ask the Lord. My own health and wealth, my own safety and security, my own spiritual growth and evolution, my own family members, friends and relatives, the entire humanity, then all living beings. Then the last one is the spiritual reinstation. Then the Sanatana Dharma ka prachara prasara. Because if that done is done, Sanatana prachara is done, people have understood and they live, then the rules, regulations, the way of life of Varnashma Vyavastha ityadi, Pravrutti, Nivrutti, balancing ityadi, which are taught in Varnashrama Vyavastha, will keep everything balanced. What is the balance here? Neither too much of wealth nor too less of the wealth, jitna chahiye utna. So to neither too much of pravritti nor too much of nivritti in general. Particularly among them, those who want to reach to the Paramatma through nivritti marga, that guidance also is given in such a way that the whole universe is simply, smoothly, beautifully evolving. Like in a boat in water, एक तरफा लोग तगड़े मोटे ज्यादा बैठ गए और लुढ़क जाएगा वो बोट. Is it not? If the boat has to be proper in the waters, exactly the people should be seated in such a manner that the boat smoothly goes. So in this way, Sanatana Dharma makes the boat called as the entire world to travel in that samsara called as time in such a balanced manner that कहीं भी किसी भी तरह से उसको लुढ़कने का chance नहीं. These are all big things, sir. I'm just hinting at you. That's why the boatman, whoever is coming into the boat, you know, वो देखकर इनके साइज, आप उधर बैठिए, आप इधर बैठिए. हम लड़ते हैं उससे, नहीं नहीं मैं यहाँ मेरे दोस्त के साथ बैठता हूँ. भाई वो ऑलरेडी 150 किलो है, तुम 225 हो. अब दोनों इकट्ठे बैठेंगे तो उल्टा हो जाएगा वो. इसे टू बैलेंस इसे उधर उधर. जनरेशन हो चलो आगे आगे बैठो बात करो अभी. These are the 7 things we should ask. Okay. Now among all of them, see, AKRURA is asking his taste and touch of truth, which can come to us literally, truly, when the mind is freed from all its holdings and attachments to everything, especially every being. Therefore, he has recognized that problem in him, which is universal problem also, which is not outside because of things and beings. Please note the point. It is because inside that we are able to come out of our dependencies and attachments and emotional commotions toward the things and beings that we are not able to go deep in either our devotion or in our dhyanam, in the jnana marga. Knowing all that, Akrurji is showing to all of us by himself asking the Lord what to ask. Same we have seen in our Valmiki, our whose story, in that the Sugriva story also yesterday. So what is lastly therefore Akrurji asked, Chindi Ashu Naha Suta Kalatra Dhana Apta Geha Dehadi Moha Rashanam Bhavadiya Maya. No, he did not ask only for himself. Mama is not say, did not say. He said Naha. Naha means hum sabka. When he said hum sabka, everybody ka sahmati hai waha. So everyone is going through the beautiful life of samsara. There is a complete fulfillment in that at that level. But it is not ultimate complete fulfillment. Ultimate complete fulfillment is only in Bhakti Jnanam. For that, this is an abstraction. Therefore, having gone through it sufficiently, this is the meaning of Sarvadharman Krutva, then Sarvadharman Parityajya, then Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja iti Dharmam Paripalaya. So don't take it sentimentally, emotionally, as we at the lower level of understanding conduct ourselves in the world. What is the sentimental? He says, cut asunder all the moha rashana, the rope of delusion, because of which we are bound to all these things and beings called as Suta, children, Kalatra, wife or husband, Dhana, the wealth, Apta, friends and relatives, Geha, the properties, then Dehadi, including our Deha. Don't become sentimental there कि ये क्या ऐसा मांग रहे हो भगवान से, वैसे तो संसार में इतना मजा मजा आता है. अरे सारा मजा हो गया उनको. That is a very gross level, low level. External it is continuously coming and going. You want some deep, permanent one. That's only in devotion and jnana to the Lord. That will be obstructed by these things. Therefore, he says, cut. Is it not? In all the beautiful texts of great bhaktas, jnanis, these type of prayers are asked. Now, once for all or once more, let us pay 2-3 minutes of attention to catch this point. Again, what is that? The world around us is not samsara. It is divine expression. It is there to exhaust our papa punya phala. It is there to support us to take towards the Lord. Because it is created with the Lord. And Lord's intention is never to bind the jivas. Then, having seen the world outside, be attentive. Not knowing what for it is presented in front of us, because we never consulted the Guru or the Shastra to know all these details. Inside, when we establish the wrong relation with the world, inside the world becomes samsara to us. And what is the wrong relation? Only one thing. We are in this world to give and serve, not to take and become dependent. Yesterday we discussed on this point. Once more we touch it. We are in this world to give, not to take. The moment you become a wanter of this world, you become most wanted. This is what is Seha Rashanar Baddha Pasha Baddhata. Without that rope troubling, when we are here in the world to serve and give and don't bind by ourselves by expecting from them, then the world has become a place of sadhana, not a place of samsara for us. Yesterday we gave this to you with our own examples of how we are doing together the dharma of studying the Shastra. Neither you dependent on me nor I am dependent on you on anything else. Here it's not a dependency, it's only a transaction of satsanga given and taken. Other dependencies are not. Therefore, in this way, even 100 years we are there. Like Shaunaka Rishis and the Sutta. 1,000 years they spent together in studying Purana. And they were there for that purpose only. They did not, I don't know, misguide or misuse their being together in any wrong relation of unwanted expectations. Therefore, 1,000 years they stayed, but samsara nahi bana udhar. So too Shuka Parikshit. 7 days they were together, knowing each one's business, doing only that. Therefore, there was never a samsara, and that's why after giving the patham, Shukadevaji silently goes away from there. Parikshit also finishes his yatra and goes to God. And being with people is not a samsara. I gave you the example of train. Stay with the train people in your compartment, talk to them, share the food and all. But you know it, nothing is important or permanent. So एकदम bye bye हो गया उस दिन. But you, samsara is not outside, it is inside. Let us not that way relate to the world in such a manner that inside we are bound by variety of the ropes of delusion which are pulling us towards the world only, compelling us to think about the world only. Therefore, always we are chanchala in the mind, extroverted mind in yoga bhasha, kshipta, vikshipta bhumika. Never ever in the ekagra bhumi. That is our mistake. The one who is free from this moha rashana is always in ekagra bhumi. Anytime he can pull his and put his mind at the feet of Bhagavan and the Divya Mukharavinda of Bhagavan, any bhajana, kirtana, fully engrossed he can chant. Anytime he can study any Upanishad and contemplate on the meaning and reach out to the highest. And the one who has got moha rashana, he will never have a desire also for spirituality. Even if he by some force has God, he can never be capable of sitting in front of Lord even 3, 4, 5 minutes. Like in some of our houses, we do puja in the morning, but throughout that time of puja, half an hour, the mind is only on children and husband, wife, कि उनको क्या देना है, इनके लिए क्या करना है. दिमाग आधा उसमें रहता है. Only formality we do. That way पूजा करते हुए चाय भी गरम, काफी भी गरम, नाश्ता भी होता रहता है. You know, and so हाँ, कुछ लोगों को ये चिंता है नहीं क्योंकि कुछ करते नहीं ऐसे पूजा है. They are free from all this orthodoxy. Those are in the orthodox tradition of doing एक तरफ पानी भी गर्म हो रहा है, एक तरफ बच्चे को भी नहा रहे हैं, दूसरे भगवान को भी नहा रहे हैं. साबुन भगवान को लगा के पानी बच्चे के ऊपर डालते हैं और साबुन बच्चे को लगा के पानी you see in all these orthodox Brahmin families and all, where they're joint families, and 10 बच्चे होते हैं, they have to go to all these, what do you call, schools, colleges. Then these oldies, the nani dadis, as well as the middle-aged ones, the bahus and all, they are involved in all these things. Bechare, in that way will be our life. We think we are in the class, only physically we are in the class. Because the Moha Rasana has pulled us to something of the past or present and things or beings and any type of expectations or experiences. So these are all uncalled for a spiritual evolution, which alone is the acme of perfection. Therefore, Akrurji asks, Chindi Ashu. Ashu means instantaneously. Chindi मतलब छेदन करो, काट के फेंक डाल दो. What is that? Moharashana. Towards whom? Kadatra dhana apta geha dehadi. And then what is all that? Bhavatiya Maya. It is your Maya. In अध्यात्म रामायण तो सुग्रीव जी 2 बार कहते हैं. It is your dasi. You please tell her to go utsaraya tava dasim. Beginning also he says, Maya is yours. I am yours. You just bless me by holding on to your feet with devotion, and you remove the Maya. Beginning and ending both by the Sugrivaji was this only in our Adhyatma Ramayanam, our everyday class. So here also, therefore, how to understand the Lord, how to praise and pray to the Lord, and what to ask the Lord from. Crystal clearly we are learning here from Akrurji, from their Sugrivaji, in all our studies every day. See what more we want. But we have to become more deep and sincere, committed in this. Take more sincerely and seriously these things. We are the beneficiaries. So, okay. Now it's very good. Little more can be done. I'm not 100% satisfied here. Only 70%. I will be satisfied once more if I go through all that and tell you 100%. But never mind, I keep it for some other occasion also. I here conclude this topic now. Let us see what Sri Shukadevji comments to Sri Parikshitji after Sri Akrurji's praise of the Lord and prayer to the Lord. What did he say? Sri Shukavacha iti. Now see, that's a beautiful word or sentence of Shukadevji also. These great saints like Valmiki, Vyasas, then the Adi Shankara, Shukadeva, एक सेंटेंस में इतने भरपूर either information or the guidance or the protections or the knowledge or the devotion or the caretaking points or the values, they fill it up and give us. It becomes a all-inclusive recipe, like the general Indian dish, anything. देखो सब्जी बनाए ना, स्मेल भी बढ़िया रहता है, देखने को भी अच्छा लगता है, टेस्ट इज गुड ऑल्सो, नर्चरिंग एंड नरिशमेंट ऑल्सो टू द बॉडी. दैट्स हाउ आवर रेसिपीज आर. इट्स नॉट लाइक अ ब्रेड पे बटर लगा के खाया, ऐसा ये टिश्यू पेपर खाए की तरह होता है बेचारे, उनको पता ही नहीं क्या खाना. बाहर इन इंडिया में दम आलू बनाया, मसाला बनाया तो क्या क्या डालकर एंजॉय इट. व्हाई शुड बी ए पॉपर लाइक दैट? I say make the things and enjoy. So too our these great saints give such type of things. One of them is this example. Say iti architaha samstutaha cha bhaktena bhagavan harihi akruram sasmitam pra girbihi sammohayan iva. Every word is important in this. This is called adhyanam. If you focus on every word and grasp the essential things in that. So iti means full stop. In this way, architaha, worshipped by. Because first, when Krishna Bhagavan came, our Akruraji made him sit and do all the pada archana, then took that feet in his own lap and he did that even pada pakharna bhi. He has done all that seva. Iti architaha. So, therefore, by summarizing what Akruraji has done to Krishna, we are reminded as a summary, therefore, what we have to do to become Bhakta to the Lord, to become Sharanagata to the Lord, to be blessed by the Lord for the redemption of all samsara, to get into the divine experience of moksha. See, इतना बढ़िया सा डिटेल में बताया, फिर एक श्लोक में भी बता रहे इति अर्चितः कृष्णः. In this way, the Lord Krishna, who is done the archana by Akruraji. Then second one, samstutaha. He was samyak stutaha. Samyak stuti means all aspects of the Lord are brought in these few shlokas of Akrura. We heard na? ब्रह्म तत्व का भी जिज्ञास बता दिया, and his ईश्वरत्व with the 3 gunas of Maya, and also his avatara leelas, his sundara rupa, why he took this particular avatara. Everything is done. That's called a samyak stuti, a complete stuti without missing anything. Iti architaha samstuta. And some also means with all the great attitude, not a natakbaji. From the deep heart, genuinely doing is called samyak. Like all of you, from deep heart, genuinely you come to class and listen. But the deep heart, is it sufficient or not? That is secondary. Each one of us are evolving in everyday's efforts, in every life's efforts. That's secondary. But again, as regards whatever we have the qualities, in that though, there is completeness in you. You don't just come to the class insincerely or find reasons to miss the class. That's called a samyak pan. Beautiful, Are we not happy with that type of quality, at least in our one some classes? Same thing when we do it any of the every of sadhana, that sadhana rewards us with best results. In fact, the whole life should be always some means samyak. Samyak is fully lived with all awareness in all qualities. You understand? Wherever you are placed. Sometimes we are placed in a place where deep meditations are expected to be done by us. Samyak Rupena do that. In other place, because our prarabdha or samashti prarabdha, we are placed in such a place. Forget about meditation. Deeply you have to involve in the worldly vyavahara. Even though you are deep sadhaka inside, doesn't matter. Even that thing also do samyak rupena, fully involving. That is a maturity. Because where we are required, where the Lord places us, it is in His choice only. So जहाँ भी रहे हमें सम्यक रहना. That's the meaning of जाहि विधि राखे राम ताहि विधि भरपूर रहिए. Clear? So सम्यक word I have explained. So iti architaha, iti samyak stutaha. By whom? Bhaktena. Such a great bhakta, AKRURA undoubtedly. Relation wise, age wise, he may be elder to Krishna. Krishna is only an avatara. या कृष्ण भगवान को तो कोई एज तो है ही नहीं. So Bhaktena. And who is he? Bhagavan Hari. He is not called now as Krishna. When you say AKRURA as Bhakta, obviously Krishna should be talked as Bhagavan. And which Bhagavan is Harihi? What is Harihi? Haranat Harihi. Harateti Harihi. So we have seen so many times Bhagavan is called Haraha, Shiva ka Naam, and Harihi, Vishnu ka Naam, because they do the Harana, be attentive, of all our dukkha with their cause. Then they do Harana of our own individuality into themselves, so that we are no more, by going outside from the Lord, away from the Lord, persecuted by any of the limitations, because going away from the Lord is becoming jiva and getting identity with upadhis which are limited and suffering the limitations. So Bhagavan finally does harana of our individuality into himself. That is what said by him, Atmanamapi dadati. Clear? So iti architaha samstutaha bhaktena Bhagavan Harihi. Then Akruram, to that Bhakta Akrura, Sasmitam, with a cute, wonderful smile, Praha spoke, Girbhihi, with the words Sammohayan Iva, as if confusing or deluding him, because he'll have to get some work done from him. And also to see to it that all these sublime secrets regarding Bhagwan being Bhagwan need not be just like that revealed. Some places where it will not help her. सो भगवान ने ऐसे माया का जाल फिर से डाला, थोड़ा सम्मोहित करते हुए. एंड व्हाट इज दैट? हियर अक्रूर तो प्रेजिंग द लॉर्ड दैट यू आर परब्रह्म, यू आर अवतार एंड ऑल. विष्णु कहते चच्चू, चाचा जी, मैं तो वो भतीजा हूँ, आप ना मेरे को प्यार देना चाहिए, इन दिस लैंग्वेज. भगवान नटखट है कि नहीं? ही विल प्ले. When the gopikas become so loving towards him, attached to him, and he sends Uddhava, इनको ब्रह्म ज्ञान दे दो. And when these AKRURA is talking about Brahmagyan and all, he says, "ए चाचा जी, क्या बोल रहा मेरे बारे में? मैं तो आपका भतीजा हूँ. आप तो हमको लालन पालन प्रीणन पोषण करना चाहिए." देखो भगवान ऐसे नटखट वाले हैं, खासकर कृष्ण अवतार में. राम अवतार में चुप हो, कोई भी कुछ भी प्रेस किया तथास्तु बोलते हैं. कृष्ण अवतार ऐसा नहीं, थोड़े डायनामिक एक्टिव है. थोड़ा सा भक्तों को भी, जो भक्त रामसारिक में डिस्कस करते हैं, उनको भगवान स्वरूप ज्ञान देते. वो तत्व ज्ञान दिखा रहे, because just to test him whether he is genuinely doing this or only superficial. So sammohayan iva. So as if not really sammohayan, but AKRURA understands, भगवान का एक बार शास्त्र पढ़ लिया डीपली ना, then less will be the delusion, confusion. So what are the words of Krishna to AKRURA? Is Shri Bhagavan. So कृष्ण ने नहीं कहा, भगवान ने कहा. बट भगवान ने कहा, लेकिन कृष्ण का अपना रोल अपने ऊपर लेते हुए. One shloka I study today, tomorrow we'll talk the other things. Very beautiful, sweet it is. Bhagavan did not say like this, Mr. Akrur, very good, you have understood me, I am Bhagwan, वेरी गुड, तुम्हारा बंदा कल का ताला खुल गया, मैं तुमको ऑर्डर दे रहा हूँ, जा सबको बता कि मैं भगवान हूँ, मेरे को लोग मेरे को तो एक बच्चा आदमी समझ रहे हैं, जाके बोल. He did not order. You understand this? Good that you have understood me. Very nice. I really appreciate you. Do the same thing. Tell others to recognize me like that. No, not in this way. You see, when the first sloka only will do. What is that? Tam naha guruhu. Oh, Akruraji, you are elder to us. Guru means the preceptor. You are always in the position of teaching to us. Pitruvyaha. तो आप तो हमारे चाचा जी हैं, सेवर समान टू पिताजी. In relation, Akrura becomes chacha. So Pitruvyaha, you are fatherly to us. Then Shlaghyaha. Therefore, you are respectful and you are worthy of respect and worship by us. We have to do your Shlaghanam. Shlaghanam is praising, respecting, then recognizing and speaking loudly. The glory is called as Shlaghanam. Shlaghya aap ho. तो आप तो गुरुतुल्य है, आप तो पितृतुल्य है. यू आर श्लाघनीय फॉर अस एंड बंधु च. यू आर आवर वेल विशर, नॉट वंस और ट्वाइस, नित्यता. All the time you are elder to me only. And what about us? Vayam tu rakshaha. We are here only to be protected by you. Poshyaha. We are here to be nurtured and nourished by you. Anukampyaha. We are some small humble children that we need your anukampa, kindness and compassion. And ultimately prajahi vaha. हम तो आपके छोटे छोटे नन्हे नन्हे प्यारे प्यारे बच्चे हैं. See that humbleness. Prajaha means children. We are your children. We are to be anukampyaha, shown kindness and compassion on us. Poshyaha, you must give us poshanam. मतलब बिना खाना खिलाए ये स्तुति करते जा रहे होंगे, पहले खाना खिलाओ. So अनुकंप्याहा, शोक्स, देन पोष्याहा, रक्ष्याहा. तो हम तो हमेशा प्रॉब्लम्स में गिरते हैं विथ आवर मिस्टेक्स. सो बाय गिविंग नॉलेज, लाइक ऊपर गुरु कहा, देफर रक्षाहा, पितृ कहा, देफर पोष्याहा, देन श्लाघ्यः कहा, देफर प्रजाहा, बंधु कहा, देफर अनुकंप्याः. So there is relation between what Krishna says to Akrura, that you are Guru, Pitruvya, Shlagya, Bandhu, and what he talks about himself, that we are to be protected by you, nurtured by you, then shown compassion by you, and finally to be taken care by you as a children and protected completely. See the Natak Bhagwan khel raha. So at that gross level and all. And then Akruraji being such a mature one, Bhagwan should teach to all the parents, elders, keep people, elders should be like Akruraji toward their children. Children also should recognize these great qualities in the elders and parents and then surrender. That maturity, if it is not there, we're out of track, हम चले ही जाते हैं. Wherein we focus more on our value and importance, not giving due value importance to others, then the relation बिगड़ जाता है. Like if I don't give your due respect and reverence or the value to you for your being regular and all, it's not the right way only. I'll be at loss. So too, if you don't have to our acharyas who are giving us the information, knowledge, then you are at loss because you don't be regular. You will not be. Understood? So this is how the remaining portion also very sweet. We will see tomorrow. Sarvam Krishna Arpanam Om. Shanti 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 Om. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Bhagavata Sharanam Mama. Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama. Shri Suta Sharanam Mama. Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama. Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama. Shri Narada Sharanam Mama. Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama. Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama. Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama. Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Sharanam Mama. Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Krupa Tamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Sarge Satye Kailase वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अयं रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामा मुञ्चत करेचित् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् द्वादशस्कन्धः आभासश्च निरोधश्च यतश्चाध्यवसीयते स आश्रयः परं ब्रह्म परमात्मेति शब्दते अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः श्रीशुक उवाच. Friends, in the 12th skandha, the important topic of the pralaya is discussed, and it is not one but the four. Each of them have their own purposes. So the Naimitika Pralaya we have seen, Prakruta Pralaya we have understood, Atyantika Pralaya we are studying. In that Atyantika Pralaya, by studying Shastra, by listening to Guru's Upadesha and Jnana and all, doing all these sadhanas, the one when he discovers his identity with the self or the truth or reality, after which nothing remains as a bondage, therefore nothing remains to be done as a sadhana, that is called as the Atyantika Pralaya. Anyway, topic has come, therefore Bhagavan wants here Shukadev ji to give in detail all those beautiful knowledges. Okay, so we have seen good number of slokas, few more only are remaining. Let's try them. So yesterday we saw कि यथा ही जलधरा व्योमनि भवन्ति न भवन्ति 26वां श्लोक. Let us make a chant of 26 to 34. Then these are 8 या 9 shloka. Any number of shlokas we can do, we will do today. Start chanting. श्रीशुक उवाच यथा जलधरा व्योम्नि भवन्ति न भवन्ति च ब्रह्मणीदं तथा विश्वम् अवयव्युदयाप्ययातो सत्यं हि अवयवः प्रोक्तः सर्वावयविनामिह विनार्थेन प्रतीयेरन् पटस्येवाङ्गतन्तवः यत् सामान्यविशेषाभ्याम् उपलभ्येत स भ्रमः अन्योन्यापाश्रयात् सर्वम् आद्यन्तवत् अवस्तु यत् विकारः ख्यायमानोऽपि प्रत्यगात्मानमन्तरा न निरूप्योऽस्ति अणुरपि स्याच्चेच्चित् सम आत्मवतो न हि सत्यस्य नानात्वम् अविद्वान् यदि मन्यते नानात्वं छिद्रयोर्यद्वत् ज्योतिषोर्वातयोरिव यथा हिरण्यं बहुधा समीयते नृभिः क्रियाभिर्व्यवहारवर्त्मसो एवं वचोभिर्भगवान् दोक्षजः व्याख्यायते लौकिकवैदिकैर्जनैः यथा घनोर्कप्रभवोर्कदर्शितः हि अर्कांशभूतस्य च चक्षुषस्तमः एवं तु अहं ब्रह्मगुणस्तदीक्षितः ब्रह्मांश कस्यात्मन आत्मबन्धनः घनो यदार्कप्रभवो विदीर्यते चक्षुः स्वरूपं रविमीक्षते तदा यदा ह्यहङ्कार उपाधिरात्मनः जिज्ञासया नश्यति तर्हि अनुस्मरेतो यदेवमेतेन विवेकहेतिना मायामयाहङ्करणात्मबन्धनम् छित्त्वाच्युतात्मानुभवोऽवतिष्ठते तमाहुरात्यन्तिकमङ्गसम्प्लवम् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. These are all pure Vedantic discussions as given to us by beautiful this Bhagavata in this our Shukadev ji is teaching us. So then we have seen Buddhehe Jagaranam Swapna Sushupti. Three avasthas does never belong to pure Atma Vastu. Atma never sleeps, never dreams, never has the waking transactions of multitude. They all are to the Antakarana. In that, the Aham Vritti through the Mana only. When that Ahankara goes into total Layavastha, it is Nidra. When it is half woken up with only Sukshma Sharira, it is in Swapna. When the Aham fully wakes up, and total sthula jagat also it becomes aware of, it is called as the jagrad avastha. In all these three avasthas, the atma vastu is common, but it is not having any of those avasthas on itself. तो परमात्मा में न त्रिगुण है, Therefore, न त्रि देह है, therefore न त्रि अवस्थाएं है. तीनों गुणों के कारण, तीन देहों के कारण, तीन अवस्थाएं. Is it not? Then the sattva guna, then sthula deha outside jagrata avastha. Rajo guna, sukshma deha, swapna avastha. Tamo guna, karana deha, nidra avastha. They all are only in the matter. They all are in the antakarana only. Never ever they belong to pure consciousness. Okay, is always awakened to his own pristine, eternal, Shuddha, Sattva and Chitta Swarupa. All of these things never near him only. In the ignorant person, in the presence of that pure conscious Lord, these three avasthas appear, disappear. Like in the experience of the absence of the knowledge of the rope as rope, the snake or the garland, etc., they appear and disappear. They are not at all there. Because of ignorance, they are appearing. Remember, because of ignorance means whenever we say, never be incomplete in the understanding. Ignorance is not a substantial thing by itself. Here, the ignorance means ignorance of truth, ignorance of reality. So, ignorance of rope became cause for the appearance of snake. This is such an important thing that it makes us understand that the snake is projected because of ignorance of rope. Therefore, snake cannot be done with anything. Ignorance also you can't do anything. If at all you have to do something is have knowledge of the rope as it is. Ignorance goes away. Ignorance projected snake and snake created samsara goes away. In the same way, in Vedanta, whenever we call avidya, ajnana, it is about swarupa. It is about sadvastu. It is about the truth. It is about the reality. It is about the parama atma. It is called parabrahma. उनका ज्ञान यथातथ हमको नहीं होने के कारण उसको अविद्या कहते हैं. All these, the whole world is projected. In that many upadhis are projected. Among them with one set of upadhis, I get strongly identified. Then I become this. Like in the ignorance of waking world, the dream world is projected. In the projected dream world, one entity is a dreamer. With him having identified, the waker only leaves the play, LIVES, leaves the play of being a dreamer, getting persecuted by the dream world. Or Sukha is given by the dream world. In dream, both Sukha Dukha are there, both are illusory when we wake up. So, one waking mind only became the whole dream world. In the dream world, one part is this dreamer, and with that dreamer, this waking world will identify in such a way that he alone is real. Then he in the world, feeling the separation with the world, with raga dvesha, with all the papa punya, with all dukkha sukha, he suffers in the dream. In the same way, in the waking plane also, in the absence of I am the pure, eternal, everywhere existing conscious, blissful self, in the absence of this experience or knowledge, the world is projected. In the projected world is one set of these panchakoshas, like so many. But among all of that, with this we identify, after identifying with this as mine, like 10 flats are for sale. So you look at all of them. Then sixth or fourth or anything you select. Once you select the fifth one, immediately you look at the fourth and sixth wala. Then the fourth wala is very friendly to you. Sixth wala is very inimical to you. Then you have different way of interaction with them and experience with them. Before going and buying that particular flat, you never had problem with the fourth flat or sixth flat fellow. After gaining buying that house, getting registered and enter in it, and we blame the other, मेरे पड़ोसी ठीक नहीं है, वो पड़ोसी ठीक नहीं है. हम कहते हैं किसने बोला तेरे को वो घर खरीद के उधर रहने को? You are the basic culprit. Before you went there, they are already there with their natural behavior. In the same way, having identified with this deha upadhis panchakosha, then every panchakosha I say they are not me. Then with some there is raga, with some there is dvesha. And the whole world we take it as the utility object. And therefore we try to always look in the world in the form of how to enjoy it, how to procure it, how to aggrandize it, how to own it, how to demand on it, how to command. This nonsense thinking goes on. That's why we said in our earlier class, we are in this world to serve, not for enjoy. That concept itself is wrong. That I have to have the world for helping me or for giving me the sukha and bhoga. That bhoga buddhi on the world is samsara. World. Samsara is Bhagavan ka expression. We are here to serve the world and exhaust our identity with upadhis. Thus, we got merged in the Lord. These are all will be understood by us after long years of Shravana of the Vedanta Shastra and this type of Tattva and Bhakti Shastra, not otherwise at all. So that house is example. So too in this waking, we just get identify with one set of upadhi and then differentiate with other upadhis, then comparison, contrast, raga, dvesha, samsara. But substratum is one. What is there in you, in me, in that is everywhere Atma pe sarvata samam pashyati. One Brahma only is there. Nirdosham is samam Brahma. So this is what is the shloka we are seeing yesterday about this the Buddher Jagarana Ityadi is this is how today also we added some more discussion for understanding. Then 26वां straight away आ जाते हैं. The 25th sufficiently we deliberated, though we can continue discussing only on that with the help of many Upanishadic statements or shlokas, even from Prakarana Granthas, Gita आदि. But हमको इतना पता चला कि अंतःकरण में है 3 अवस्थाएं होते हैं, परमात्मा में नहीं. And the one who goes to these 3 avasthas is Jiva. And that is, first he separates himself from Paramatma, second he identifies with a set of upadhi, then with that he tries to eke out the Sukha Dukkha from the worldly things, being situations. When the world is Thula, is in Jagrada Avastha. Sukshma is in Swapna Avastha. When everything is in Karana, he is in Nidra Avastha. Okay. Now an example is given. Yatha jaladhara vyomni bhavanti na bhavanti cha. See, in the Akasha, there is a cloud at one particular level or zone. और थोड़ा ऊपर जाओ 3-4 किलोमीटर या जो भी है द एटमॉस्फेरिक इथर लेवल के पार आप जाए ना रॉकेट वगैरह में, वेयर इज द जलधरा देयर. So too when it rains, the jaladhara is gone away. Sometime without raining, the jaladhara withers away only in that infinite vast space. In that vast infinite space, with some conditionings, a jaladhara or the cloud hangs for some time. Again, that hanging of the jaladhara is because of the kindness and support and permission given by the space only, which is never touched by the jaladhara's presence there. So the arrival, stay, and disappearance of the clouds never touches the space. Therefore, sometime it comes and stays there, after that withers away. In the same way, in that Paramatma, Vishwam, sometime by Paramatma Sankalpa Bhavanti, it is made, Na Bhavanti, it is dissolved. That Bhavanti is called creation, Na Bhavanti is dissolution. In the creation of the cloud, nothing is created in space. In the dissolution of the cloud, nothing of the space is dissolved. So, in the creation of the creation, nothing is added to the infinite Paramatma. In the dissolution of the creation, nothing is subtracted from Paramatma. He is untouched by them and he is a support of them. They don't exist without him. He is independent of their existence. Try to catch all these sublime things. Yatha, just like Jaladharaha, all the clouds, Vyomni, in the space, Bhavanti, in some season they are there, Na Bhavanti in other season. देखो सर्दी बारिशा में ना so many dense clouds we see on the head. Surya Bhagavan, Akash, Nakshatra, Chanda, Mama, nothing is seen. And in that hot summer, पूरा नीले नीले अंबर पे है चांद. अदर देन नीला अंबर कुछ दिखता ही नहीं. You have seen, no, the नीला आकाश वाला even टुकड़ा भी नहीं होता क्लाउड का. And in the hot, that very heavy rainy season, टुकड़ा भी आकाश नहीं दिखता, इतना क्लाउड. एंड फॉर अस पूरा आकाश क्लाउड से आच्छादित है, ऐसा लगता है. पूरा आकाश कहाँ, some kilometers around our head. In other part of the world, there is no cloud at all only. And if you go little above from the Earth's zone, how can there be any clouds? It's a vast, infinite akasha, without any trace of any of the other four bhutas. Understood? So, yatha jaladhara vyomni bhavanti na bhavanti cha. Sometime it is there because some condition and need, another time it is not there. What? The clouds were in the space. Tatha, in the same way, Brahmani, in pure Parabrahma, idam Vishwam, this world also. Udaya apya apayat Udaya Avyayato, sometime it is there, sometime disappears. So, and this Vishwam is called as Avayavi, is an assemblage of the parts. In one type of Vedanta, the parts are there for the totality. Therefore, parts are not important. That way it is discussed. वो वाला स्वरसंग अलग है. यहाँ the other thing is discussed. Without the parts, the whole cannot be. Here parts means the causes. The sequential causes starting from Brahma, tasmadvaye, tasmad atmana, akasha sambuddha, akasha dvayu, all these processes called as avayavasu. And the outcome of all the put together of these things is called avayavi. That is called as Vishwam. So Vishwam is avayavi. All these primordial causes for the expression of Vishwa are called avayava. So without the avayava, avayavi cannot be there. Therefore, avayavi is only an expression. Now, please understand both the standpoints. Like their four tires are there, engine is there, bonnet are there, steerings are there. So they're all parts. Without the parts, there is no car at all. Another thing is what? It is for the sake of the car that the parts are sold. ऐसे हैंग करने के लिए थोड़ी है, कोई ऐसे टायर ट्यूब बोनेट घर ले जाके ऐसे लटकाता नहीं वो. They're all for the car only. And car cannot be without. कार खरीदा मैं, बट उसके लिए ना टायर है, ना बोनेट है, ना इंजन है. It's not car, it is a bekar only. It's a toy of the child. So this is how we have to discuss the standpoints like this. Like when we say for the sake of the car, the parts are there, means what? For the sake of pure Brahman, the entire world is existing. Okay, in the other way around, it is because the parts, the car is there. It means what? It is for the sake of Paramatma only everything is there. Without him, nothing remains. So the parts means the process of creation. If those steps are not there, creation cannot be there. Both standpoints we should be understanding. So yatha jaladhara vyomni bhavanti na bhavanti cha tata brahmani idam vishwayam avayavi udayapyayatu. So Vishwam is avayavi and Vishwa has got avayavasu. In those avayavas, at the gross level, the tanmatras are there, and also this Mahatattva is there. Then the Ishwariya Maya Shakti is there, Mula Prakriti. Behind that, the Ishvara Sankalpa is there. इतने सारे अवयव मिले तो अवयवी विश्व हमारे सामने प्रकट हो रहा है, दिख रहा है. So here they stand by the way, without all these avayavas or processes, Vishwa is not at all there. Means by itself it is unreal. The assembly of the parts is called as car. Therefore, here value importance is given to the assemblage. Sorry, to the parts which become assembled to become the car. So, Brahman idam tatha vishwam avayavi udayapeyat. Therefore, this whole world is the admixture of many and it's an effect of all these causes put together. And therefore, it is sometimes in the Adhisthana Brahma, some place it is there, sometimes it is not there. But whether the world, the avayavi with the avayavas combination stays, or when the avayavas get dismantled, the avayavi, the Vishwa goes away. In both cases, pure Parabrahman is always there. Like in me, avidya is there or not, Brahman is there. The avidya janita jiva bhava is there or not, Brahman is there. Jiva identifying the dehendriya manodhi upadhi or not, the Brahman is there. Identifying the upadhi is when I live jagrata avastha, he is there. Swapna avastha is there. Sushupti avastha is there. They are coming and going is there. When all these are dissolved in samadhi, then also the Brahman is there. Even samadhi sthai also started, transcended, there also Brahman is there. So here our focus should more and more be on the substratum reality, the truth, not on all these things. This is what illusion and Maya. And the beauty is what? Theoretically, having understood this, practically when we reach to the pure Brahma Sthiti by transcending all that, in sadhana kalame, look back from there, nothing remains other than Brahman and anything is seen only as Brahman. How beautiful. When you don't see the mud, only look at the parts, small part, big part, this name, that name, variety of discussion we do. But once you trace back to the cause of the part to the mud, then don't you see there is nothing other than the mud in any of the parts, even though you are seeing parts, even though you are doing vyavahara with the parts. व्यावहारिक सत्ता पार्ट्स में है, उसको उसीलिए यूज किया भी जाता है. There's no samsara in that. But the reality realized is all of them are nothing but the vikara of the part only. The Rupa given, Nama given to mud. Sorry, Vikara the mud only. Mrutikeva, what is that? Mrutikeva Satyam. Then Vikaro Namadheyam Mrutiketyeva Satyam. Think about it. Therefore, these are all theories telling us the transcendental absolute Brahman alone is reality. On him, whatever the things that are seen are projected. Now you reject the projected and reach the reality. From that standpoint, look back, you will realize that reality alone is real. Everything is projection. Then play with the projection if you want, if you need like. But without knowing the reality, taking the projected reality as unreal as the real, you only get bound and get suffered. That's what Duryodhana. He saw that it's a plain land. Then he put his feet and he fell in the water. वहां पानी था लेकिन लग रहा था है नहीं पानी जमीनी है इसलिए गिर गए एवरीबॉडी लाफ देन अगेन आगे गए तो पानी दिख रहा था then he saw there's a water because already bhanga ho gaya na unka bhanga matlab insult he lifted his dhoti because there's a water there's no water it's only plain land again they laughed isn't it जो है वो नहीं दिखा means जो नहीं है वो दिखा नहीं है means what पानी नहीं है लेकिन दिखा the second level first है but नहीं दिखा Duryodhana. Because his mind was distracted, disturbed, seeing the glorious Rajasuya Yaga, and he was so much in jealousy with Pandavas that they got all the respect and all that. In the jealousy mind, and he was made as खजांची only by Yudhishthira. And बेटा तो ये धन वगैरह का ले लो जो भी गिफ्ट्स ला रहे हैं तो उसको देख देख कर तो इतना हैरान हो गया बेचारा भगवान युधिष्ठिर ने ऐसा नहीं सोचा कि इसके दिमाग में टेढ़ापन आएगा that's why many times the valuable things should not give even to your servants or even your own children, grandchildren or your own bhau तो जिसके दिमाग में क्या बैठेगा नहीं पता because nobody is ब्रह्मज्ञानी और आत्मज्ञानी और बैरागी सासों माने सारे गहने बहू को दिखाए मानो उनके मन में आ जाता है I'm just telling not everybody they may say तो उनका है जब देंगे तो लेंगे नहीं तो नहीं So दुर्योधन को काम दिया भगवान युधिष्ठिर जी ने then he saw it he was mind में conditioned therefore he saw the water where it was not and he saw not the water where it was now if you understand that same what is permeating is Brahman alone if you see as it is nothing is there other than it there is no moha and suffering because of moha that's called moha bhanga but if you don't see the truth reality as it is then we see the projected world we project actually and then take the projected world as real and then we get bound in it. Think about it as much as possible and let this information sink inside to become our own conviction, knowledge and conviction. And after conviction, slowly reject the projection, eject out of the samsara, establish in the reality, enjoy the bliss of liberation. Shukadev ji, Brahma Tattva, Upanishad Jnana, Vedanta Jnana, he is giving while explaining Atyantika Pralayam. How meaningful it is, how beautiful it is, if you are really aware and catching it. Okay, next very important shloka is Satyam hi avayavaha proktaha. Okay, Sarva avayavinam iha. So for all the avayavi, the ones which is assembly of the parts are reality, not the one, the assembled thing. Mm. 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 Satyam hi avayavaha proktaha sarva avayavinam iha. For all the assembled things, they are called avayavi. The reality is the parts only, the avayavasa, not the real avayavi. Example is what? Ki patasyeva tantavaha vina arthena pratiyairan. See the contrast of this example is what? Without the clothness, the thread can exist too. But without the thread, can there be a cloth? It will be only Devata Vastra. Here also, without the assemblage, the parts can be there. But without the parts, how can you call it an assembled thing existing? It cannot. Therefore, what are the parts from Paramatma through his Maya Shakti and all? These are the reasons with which the whole world is seen by us. Therefore, whenever you see the world, understand it as Karya. Go back to the Karana. Now, a next level of contemplation is guided to us in the next beautiful shloka. पहले तो इसको समझ लें कि अवयवी एंड अवयव, अवयवः आर पार्ट्स, अवयवी is assembled thing with the parts. The assembled thing is taken by us as reality because of the importance or the utility you have in its vyavahara. So do the vyavahara, but don't take that assembled as real, the parts alone as real. So the assembled is Vishwa, the parts as Bhagavan, is Maya Shakti, is Sankalpa, then Maya becoming Mahatma, ityadi. And in fact, even these parts also are nothing but pure Parabrahman only with his own Sankalpa. That we have seen that so Kamayata Bahusyam Praja Yeyeti. All this we are going to study in our Taittiriya tomorrow. So to our the Mundaka Upanishad Telugu people also already they have seen in the first khanda. Today we started the second one. Ki tapasa chiyate brahma tatonnam abhijayate annat prano manah satyam lokaha karmasu cha amrutam. In that, how one Paramatma with his own inner sankalpa shakti, be attentive, himself appearing in the multitude. He only is appearing, he has not become that. And that is what is power. Agatita Katana Patiyasi Maya. That's why we explained again. We did not do it repeatedly. In this world, everything is contrast. There is a small amoeba ant is there, bigger than the big elephant is there. How can Bhagavan only expresses as the ant and elephant? This doubt we have. We should not ask doubt. That is how you are seeing in front of you. Is it not that water can appear a small drop also? Same water appearing in big ocean. See that? It can be. All these one Paramatma appearing in different Ranga, Rupa, Rasa, Shabda, and in all emotion and Upadi, Devata, itne Rupa mein Bhagavan hi dikh rahe. Already in the earlier chapter here, in the other text also. Have you not heard so many times? It is because we are lost in the Rupanama, so much biased in us that we are refusing to accept that one substratum behind the variety of multiplicity. That is what is to be broken. That shackles have to be broken. There we have to get the breakthrough. Listen. One day we start accepting. That's what last 4 days. Every day this word is coming. First we have to receive or learn to accept the things. Then go on following the path shown of transcending all the Rupanama on the seat of meditation. Then definitely we reach to that substratum. Then look back from that substratum. Everything appears to be that substratum in all its variety. That is why one iron, it can become the nail, it can become screw, it can become screwdriver, it can become the nut, it can become the bolt. How many thousands and thousands and thousands of items are made articles out of one metal called as the iron. Don't you see? So to the gold, so to the thread, so to a mud. How many, if these dravyas can take up so many shapes without losing their originality, the Lord also is the same. Without losing his sat chit tva, pure its conscious and existence-ness, the Lord is appearing as Thula, Sukshma, Karana, Vyashti, Samashti. Gross, subtle, causal, individual, total. In all this form, one Paramatma alone is expressing. Our job is what? Transcending all these differences. First, to touch that differenceless common substrate. Then, our doubts or our value given or reality given to the differences, after which alone we were suffering the samsara, all of that disappears. Just like we are afraid of the snake, we are taken closer and we are shown this rope. When the rope is apprehended, no snake, no fear of snake. In the same way, the whole samsara outside is lived by us because of our inner raga dvesha. The raga dvesha in the world come in our mind come because we take the names and forms and behaviors of the world as real. We take them as real because the reality behind them is not apprehended. When the reality is apprehended and that also as my own self, then I know everything is my own expression. Thereafter, I will not have any biasness with anyone. Like in my own personal life, every expression of mine is loved by me. I love my walking, I love my silence, love my talking, I love my doing work, not doing work, I am sleeping, not. दूसरों का हमको झेलता नहीं. But we love our own selves. Of every nonsense of ours, we love. झूठ बोलते हैं अभी उनको उसको भी अच्छा लगता है हम बोल तो दिया अब तुम मेरे को माफ करो ना मैं ठीक हो जाऊंगा नहीं बोलते अपन उनको कहते तुम मेरे को माफ करो that much we love our stupidity also we love our wound and the pus in that show it to everybody देखा इतना चोट लगा करके we love our own hair and nails they are dead matter because there is I-ness with them. And the moment the same hair or nail goes out of our body, that immediately become abhitra vastu, throw it away. The hair is there on the head from so many years, and you love it, you oil it, you comb it. एक दिन नीचे गिर गया, पाखर फेंक दो, अपवित्र है, घर में बाल नहीं होना चाहिए. So as long as anything is recognized as anatma, immediately the apavitrata, the abominability comes. That is what the expression called ragadvesha. You can't avoid samsara. But when it is included in aham, including this dead matter, it is not a problem. Understood? So this is how the substratum is to be kept in mind, and all the superimposed have to be given the superimposed value, and everything superimposed gets desuperimposed also. And it has a particular purpose. But till that purpose is served, it stays. Once that's over, it will not be there. What is that purpose? We must know. And what is its purpose in my life? We should know. Like the purpose of the whole world is to give to all jivas the facility to get exhausted their vasana and reach God. It is general purpose of Vishwa. In that my purpose is what? Then my own world around me, my own friends, relatives, my own natural nature and all. So how to work out, negotiate all these so that I also discover my own self. उतना हमको समझकर वही करते रहना. That is how the varnashrama dharma, then parama dharma. That's it. Through varnashrama dharma, we clear our debts to the world, we exhaust our old vasanas and all. Then through parama dharma, bhakti और ज्ञान, we discover the truth. इन दोनों काम के लिए हम आए, दूसरा बाकी कुछ नहीं. And in the pursuit of these, sometime we may be made as prime minister or the minister or MLA or MP or opposition party or a businessman, a sports person or cinema actor. Right now, I am like a Babaji and you are like a other Babaji. हमको ये रोल दिया गया. Is it not? So let us understand our particular present role and fulfill it outside. Outside, whatever the role may be. But the purpose of all of that is travel inside, reach to the core, the self. This is how we should help ourselves through matured understanding. Now, this we have seen in this shloka. Satyam hi avayavaha proktaha sarva avayavinam iha. So, vinarthena, artha means the object. Pratiyarana, that the avayavas stay. Just like pataseva angaha tantava. A anga, my dear child. Shukrit parikshita. Like the tantu remains without itself appearing as pata. Pata means cloth. So, pata can be without tantu. Cannot be without tantu. Tantu can be without pata. Is it not? Independently. So too, without the avayavas, the avayavi cannot be. Without the avayavi, the avayava can be. So here, to precisely concise every topic, avayava is parabrahma. Avayavi is the variety of the Vishwa. Vishwa with all its varieties. The whole world is taken as one object, Vishwam, and is called as avayavi. Then all reasons are traced back to one reason called Paramatma, and he is called as Avayavaha. So on the Avayava Paramatma, the Avayavi, the world is projected. Avayava Paramatma alone is real because he can independently stay without the world. World cannot stay without the Avayava Paramatma. Therefore, it is only dependent and projected and temporary and unreal. Don't give it a importance and reality value. देखो सिंपल 5 महाभूतों का इकट्ठे होने से शरीर बनते हैं, अलग होने से शरीर डिजॉल्व होते हैं. Our problem is what? To one particular expression of Panchamahabhutas of body, we give the value of goodness or beauty or ugliness and all. Therefore, we get lost in attachments. And Lord is showing anything which is appearing to be beautiful. After some days, slowly that beauty is going away and becoming ugly. And yet we are still in that delusion. Is there any flower eternally remained fresh? Real flower, I am asking, not the plastic. Is anybody beautiful person always remained? Where is this 1960s, 70s Miss Worlds and Miss Universes? अब देखो उनको. Who is remaining as same? Nobody. It's only temporary phase. कोई भी घर नया बना ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. 40 साल का तो पुराना हो गया. गाड़ी नया खरीदा. इवन इफ यू डोंट यूज इट, इट बिकम्स ओल्ड डेवलपमेंट. ऊपर से अच्छा दिखता है, अंदर के पार्ट सड़ जाते हैं. लाइक सम ऑब्जेक्ट्स, स्पेशली प्लास्टिक, घर में ला के रखा, यूज ही नहीं किया, आफ्टर 1 month it becomes powder only, or 1 year. So we are in delusion in accepting the beauty external, and we are doubly deluded that we want it to continue. Here, beauty means every type of utility. Physical beauty का मैंने example दिया. The other things is what the world remains same. It should give the same sukha, same prema, everything to me, so that I become happy. These are all the delusions, notions. Every moment they are being broken. Still, we are making new delusions and imagination. हर बार हर अनुभव हमको ये जगत सत्य नहीं है, इसको पकड़ो मत, इस पे डिपेंड मत होना, सिखा रहा है. बट हम थोड़ी सीखेंगे. We don't want to learn. If you learn it, then we are out of all problems. But along with that, trace to the truth and reality. The more we near to the reality in our understanding, meditation experience, so the pole खुल जाता है about the entire world of unreality. Therefore, जानबूझ कर भी हम उस पे नहीं फंसेंगे. You cannot fall back to the world and get trapped by it, or illusioned by it, because you have discovered the truth. So these are the beautiful shlokas that are there. Now yet samanya visheshabhyam ubalabhyeta sa brahmaha. Samanya is cause, vishesha is effect. On the cause samanya, some rupa nama projected is called as effect, it is vishesha. So in the world, wherever there is samanya vishesha, cause and effect, they are mutually dependent, and both of them being mutually dependent, they are unreal. They are dependent on third substratum, which is not dependent on both of them. And that third substratum on which every cause and effect depends is pure consciousness, pure self, pure satta, which is the basic cause of all of that, but it has no cause of anything else. It has no other cause to it by other than itself. Therefore, Paramatma is called as causeless cause of all causes and effects. है ना, कारण रहित कारण of all the कार्य कारणात्मक जगत is परमात्मा. और परमात्मा का कारण क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि ही इज प्योर एग्जिस्टेंस. एग्जिस्टेंस के अलावा दूसरा कोई चीज हो ही नहीं सकता उस एग्जिस्टेंस का कारण बनने के लिए. हाउ, व्हाट कैन बी द अलावा थिंग अदर देन एग्जिस्टेंस? नॉन एग्जिस्टेंस ओनली. एंड हाउ कैन नॉन एग्जिस्टेंस कैन बिकम कॉज द टू द एग्जिस्टेंस? Therefore, the logic takes us to that conclusion. Existence cannot have any other cause, because any other than existence is non-existence. Then how can it become cause? The non-existence to existence, and there are no two existences. है ना, ये उसके ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है. ये बात आपको कल तैत्तिरीय भाष्य में पता चलेगा. असन्नेव सभवति असद ब्रह्मे इति वेदे चेत में, in that prashnottari, very sublime engrossing topic, if you can develop it that way, you will get the answers to such very crucial important discussions. So what we are discussing here, avayava is Paramatma, avayavi is Jagat. And the Jagat is made out of all its primordial karanas, including up to Maya. तो माया से लेकर जगत तक जहाँ कार्य कारण संबंध है, all of them are caused by Paramatma, who is having none of any other cause to him. Be attentive. With regard to the superficial karya karana, only he is the mula karana. But when you go to him, because he is a birthless, changeless, deathless, immortal, immutable, unchangeable thing, he is also not a karana. That is why in the karana called Paramatma, his own Maya Shakti, as if projecting the world's existence. परमात्मा फाइनली किसी जगत का कारण भी नहीं बनते, वो है बस उतना. This is how the intellect right now may not be capable to catch these, apprehend these subtle truths. So, but as we pursue continuously Vedanta Dhenam, if not this life, after 10 12 lives, we get the understandings. Thank you. Sarvam Krishna Arpanam Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasa Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Bol Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Let us do for 20 minutes our study of Adhyatma Ramayanam.